Hey, welcome back. So today's gonna be oh, sorry about that. Today's gonna be an interesting video. Um, Disney. Disney is making a whole community, a whole city, which is interesting to say the least. There's a lot of weird speculation and weird things surrounding it that is being talked about recently. It's not super weird, just when you break it down, it just becomes kind of interesting. So first off, let's just pull up the article here because it makes it a little easier to go through. I'm gonna try to go through this and really break it down. So first off, having any corporation want to build a city is kind of sketchy in the first place. Like they want to build a city for a bunch of people to consume their content. It seems for a bunch of people to spend more money, spend like to go to work, come home, pay their mortgage to Disney, get groceries, pay their grocery bill to Disney, fucking turn on the TV, pay their Disney Plus subscription, um, do everything that they do in their normal life. Will essentially just be a bill to Disney because I'm sure I'm sure a lot of this is going to be very restrictive and very strict. I'm sure the city will be very controlled, and there's probably only going to be like approved vendors that Disney approves. And if you want Wi-Fi, it's probably going to be only one fucking Wi-Fi company that has monopoly on the area. It's probably going to be approved vendors for all anything you want to do as far as updating your house and stuff. There's probably going to be a crazy HOA or something where you're going to have to pay a lot. And it's going to be very restrictive for what you can do. I mean, if you have an HOA, you know how restricting HOAs can be. I feel like Disney's going to take that to a new level, and they could have surveillance cameras, in the community that they've built, and track things however they want. Who fucking knows how they're going to track things? If you're being suspicious or have suspicious behavior, or maybe you're going out more, being loud, maybe you listen to loud music or something, they might fucking turn those cameras on your house and start surveying you a little closer and making sure you don't keep doing that shit. I don't know. And the way they are like describing things in this article, it's like they have cast members. The way they describe it themselves in interviews and stuff, they have cast members, and they have, you know, describing your employees as cast members, especially for a community, is very strange. Thinking that, like, okay, you have these performers that are in the community acting to help me. Like, it's kind of a strange situation to have that next to where you're living. Like, you say, oh, hey Jill, how you doing? And she's a fucking cast member, and you don't fucking realize it, for a couple weeks. You're like, oh shit, she doesn't actually give a fuck about what I'm saying. She's just doing her job. Like, it just seems very strange to have. And I'm sure most of it's just employee stuff. I'm sure, like, if they have a grocery store, they're gonna have employees working at the grocery store or whatever the fuck, and some of them might be cast members or whatever. Um, but the way they describe it is really weird. How did they describe it? Like a story living, like your life is a fucking story or something. Like they're gonna create events like to make your life more interesting. It's very strange concept. Um, I'm sure if you love Disney and if you're like a Disney adult or whatever that term is, then this is probably fucking really cool. I mean, I get it. If you're a big fan of something and they have a whole space for you to go to, it's very awesome. That's what Disney World and Disneyland is for. But to live, to integrate your life into a corporate entity like this is super fucking dystopian and strange. And it looks like it's in the middle of fucking nowhere. I don't know how big that community is gonna be. If that's like the size of what the whole community is gonna look like, or if that's just one section inside of a larger city. Um, that is that is going to be Disney, but it looks cool. It's a huge like beach thing. You're probably gonna have to pay to get access to, and you know, yeah, I'm sure it'll be overpriced and whatnot. But it let's just go through it a little bit. Oh wow, master plan communities for residential living. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know. Picture an energetic community with the warmth and charm of a small town and beauty of a resort, said Disney Parks Experiences and Products Executive Helen Pack in the promotion video. Ah, man, 1,900 housing units. That's huge. That's big. That's big. That's a whole city. Where Walt Disney himself once lived. That's fucking weird. It's a grand oasis. Okay, so wow. The problem runs into it's gonna be so big that you're gonna have a lot of things inside of that area. You're gonna have stores, you're going to have things that you know that you'd normally have in a city. And so you might not need to leave, especially if it's far away from another town. You might just get all your stuff in that local area. Um, which could be weird to only be living in this one very very specific area that's very thinks a certain way. It's almost like you're living in an echo chamber of Disney. It's kind of strange. It feels kind of weird. It's kind of cold. It's kind of interesting to say the least. Coachella Valley. Okay, so it's in California. It's probably not gonna be too far from a bunch of things, but how strange. Like, what would the police, what would local police be like? They'd have to go through and, oh, it's just so interesting. I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. Imagine, it's like an episode of Black Mirror. Imagine you work from home, like, let's imagine the worst case scenario. You work from home, so you don't have to go anywhere. You have stores that are in the Disney area, so you just buy all your groceries and shit from there. You're not really close to your family, so you don't have to leave anywhere really for vacations and stuff. You kind of just do the activities that they provide in the community. So you don't even do anything like go on vacation because you just do a fun activity in the Disney area. And so you're kind of just in this town for a very long time. Like, depending on how the culture is or develops, it could be very strange. I feel like in like 10 years or 20 years, if you like, because there will be some people that probably don't leave there for a very long time, and and they're all people that just really, I don't know. And imagine being a kid that's born there and lives there for 15 years, and that's all you know. Like, Jesus Christ, how weird would that be? All you watch is like Disney. All the content that you consume is fucking Disney and all that. I mean, hey, Disney's great. They have great shit that they put out. They have, great content and all that. Everybody loves something from Disney, right? But just to have a whole community and the main thing that brought everyone together is Disney is so strange. Um, I could get it if it was like a affordable housing sort of thing where okay, they have these Disney amenities and stuff, but it's also like not that expensive to live there or something. That's definitely not going to be the case. It's going to be like a very high end place, I imagine, to live there. And god damn, this is super strange. Wow. I wonder how hard it would be to sell your house, and how what the regulations would be like, and the activities that they'd have. They're probably you're gonna have to fucking pay for everything probably, which sucks, but whatever. They have a separate 55 and up community, which is pretty common, but I don't know, they section them off, I guess. Um, they've not been announced. The finances have not been announced. Construction will begin when the residents might be moving. Blah blah blah. Oh, so they're marketing and branding these communities. It will not build or sell the homes. They're working with a third party to do that. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. 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 Okay, the third party looks like it's done things in the past at different places. Um, still so. Whoa. Luxury Golden Oak Resort in the same state where prices for homes originally started at 1.6 million. So of course, this is going to be a very high-end living space. I can't imagine a ton of people wanting to live here, but I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's going to be, but that's expensive. Wow, story living. Ah, it's so dystopian. Anyways, this is just a interesting situation that that it's hard to predict what's gonna happen with all this shit. Um, super strange. I don't know what else could be said. It's probably gonna be very nice for the people that live there, though. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be fun, and I'm sure they're going to be integrated in a way that's going to be very entertaining. And here's something that I thought about is what if they do pre-screenings of like a lot of movies and TV shows and stuff, and just like normal theaters. Maybe these people would get like access to early movies, and or like a pre-screening a month early, and they'll just have to keep it on the down low, but they'll still get access to go to a pre-screening. That'd be kind of cool as a perk of living there, and maybe they get special discount on Disney World, things like that. I don't know. That could be interesting. Maybe a little incentive. Um, just there's gotta be some weird shit that goes on at these places, though. I imagine like once people start living there and it becomes established, there's probably gonna be some weird fucking shit that goes on in these housing arrangements. I can't even predict, but that's it. I really just wanted to look at this and see what it was about. I heard about it a while ago, and it just seems so strange. But that's pretty much it. There's not much else to it than that. Um, and if there's any major updates, any crazy things that happen going forward, I'll probably make an update. But that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and check out the next video coming up. All right, thank you. Bye.